Hello, beautiful souls. Thank you guys so much for joining me here and welcome to my table. If you're new here, hello, my name is Zachary. It's nice to meet you. And if you're returning, it's good to see you guys again. Pull up a chair, my friends. I did save you a seat. So I'm going to get just right into your message, right on into it, you guys. I feel like there is this request at this time to retrieve a message, is what I was getting as I was meditating and getting the message together here. Somebody is requesting a retrieval of something, whether it's the message here or something that the message is talking about. We'll get into that a little bit further. I do feel we're talking about love and unconditional love here and a great power. Typically, I will connect love, unconditional love and great power. This is the great power, right? It kind of feels like there's something else lurking here. We're talking about a very unique and powerful destiny. So, whoever this message is for, number one, I feel like there's been this call, like I said, to retrieve something here. And I do kind of feel with the oracle cards that came through here, there's a little bit of connection to my Galactic Royalty series that have been channeled here in the past. I don't know if fully that's what we're going into or not yet. I'm here for the ride too. So let's see. Okay, let's see. Whatever this message is or whatever this retrieval is, I'm getting this feeling of stretching beyond a limit. The point of this stretching is to allow the individual to increase their capacity for love, or for, it feels like there's an additional component. Like I said, we're talking about unconditional love, but there's something else here that's very powerful and very unique to this person, these people, whoever this message is for, like I said. And this is a general message, you guys, so please keep that in mind. You're very intelligent. Please use your head, heart, and intuition to decipher if this message is for you. If it's not, please leave it behind, okay? There's something like critical mass. Interesting. Critical mass is what's coming through. We're reaching a point here where we either stretch and adopt a form to take on this additional component, or we don't. We perish, whatever that means, okay? So let's get into this a little bit further. I did pull a few oracle cards in the Wild Unknown or archetype deck, excuse me. So let's go over these real quick. Agape is the first one that came out here. So with agape, this is where the topic of unconditional love is coming through. This is where the idea of stretching something to contain something new is coming through. Agape also agape, okay? The mouth being agape, something awesome, something literally leaving us in awe and wonder. Now, awe and wonder can be something good, or it could be something maybe less than good, right? To be struck in awe, for something to be awesome, does not necessarily mean that it's what we want, right? The forces of nature evoke awe. So moving down the line here, the gem is the next thing that came through. The gem! So with the gem coming through here, this is where I'm getting this unique destiny. The gem is a treasure, is gold. It can represent the star as well, the star card. The star's been coming through in a lot of readings last year, at least of my own. Something about looking to the stars, right? The star is contained within us, though. Everything that we're looking for, information-wise, direction, power, even. What I'm hearing is a battery. Interesting. Critical mass and battery. So this gem here is also representing some form of power. Energy. Okay. Yeah, whoever this message is for, you guys, this feels what I'm getting. Who, me? Little old me? Is this message for little old me? This feels like something that there are many people to fit the bill, okay, or to foot the bill. What I'm getting from this, though, is there is, okay, as we're stretching in capacity here, there is a bruise to the ego is what I'm hearing. There is a connection or situation with the ego here that may take your destiny from you. Oh. Well, dear. Dear. Okay. And that is something that's come through the Galactic Royalty readings as well. To be cautious about ego. If this is a situation where this unique power, this unique destiny, whatever this is, if this is you who is a part of this situation here, there has been a very strong call towards watch the ego. You were not given this power or this path to show off or to make others intimidated or afraid, okay? Or to brag, just to be frank. So, whoever that's for, if you're finding yourself in that situation where this message resonates with you, and you're also noticing, I don't know, you feel like the need to brag about it, there's a note of caution here, okay? As we're reaching critical mass, now is not the time to falter or to slip up with the ego, okay? Okay, let's get a little further into this. So the last card that came through here, I did feel called to read this fully from the book. So I will. The Judge. This is all a very interesting energy coming through at this time, I'll be honest with you guys. So I'll read this here. The Critic, the Diplomat, the Advocate. The Judge has an incredibly important job. They work every waking hour of every day, helping us discern what is safe, true, and just. When this archetype remains unconscious or is captivated by fear, wise discernment turns into painful judgment of self and other. That's where I feel like that fear or that ego, okay? That ego coming through. Ironically, the Judge's energy could be the seed of racism, bigotry, and fear-mongering. This is the Judge out of balance, building walls, separating from other. When this same discerning force is made conscious and healed, however, the Judge may be found advocating for civil rights causes, standing up for the underdog, providing resources for those in need, and forgiving again and again. Love is the deciding factor, so there's that connection to agape. Awakening this archetype is essential for the complex times we are in. Get your Judge in order, the world needs it. Ooh, get your shit together, the world needs it. Okay. Yeah, this feels like a very powerful message, you guys. Let's get into this a little bit further here. Make sure the camera can see this. Wild Unknown Animal Archetype deck. So what I want to know, Spirit, is, okay. The path here, looking at the path to start, the lamb comes out. Of course the lamb comes out. So the lamb, this is a message of a message. Nesting doll messages here. The lamb comes through with a very quiet message. And I would see this as, agape, unconditional love is not loud, right? The component that becomes loud in this life is attached to something like fear or ego, like the Judge is talking about. Love is very quiet a lot of the time. It makes big motions, just like fear or ego can, but it is a quiet voice. So there's a soft message that's coming through that needs to be heard. And this message will continue to come through until it is heard. I feel like, so with the gem here too, there's this message of initiation into something. That's stretching, or agape too, stretching into something new. With the lamb here, what I get is kind of like, I'm seeing, what is that? A dandelion seed, like you'd make a wish and blow. That seed of love, whatever this is, the seed of Christ, Christ consciousness, having the lamb here too. Christ consciousness is love. Wow. I'm seeing this little seed floating around, and as it comes to you, if there isn't a place where this seed can take root, it will go somewhere else. And this is where I'm feeling this need to check the ego, whatever that is, for whomever. This seed needs to take root. What is blocking this path at this time, please, Spirit, for the collective? Oh, I love it. This is good. I'm so excited to be back here, you guys. I did take a few days to heal, and I'm still healing, obviously, still healing. For those of you who don't know, I had hip surgery, torn labrum, and I had an extra bone growth, femoral impingement, okay? So I'm hobbling around on crutches, and I've been sleeping a lot, but I really feel this is important to get through. So the block that came through is the unicorn. Because of course it is. Of course it is. The unicorn is the third eye chakra. The book even talks about here when the unicorn comes through, there's this dialogue that happens with all of us, to each other, within ourselves, of They mention like God specifically. Is God real? Maybe God isn't real. I think I felt God one time. No, that can't be that. That's not at all. Like the unicorn is, or not God, excuse me. The unicorn is what the book talks about there. I think I saw a unicorn once. Maybe it could be real. No, it couldn't possibly be real. But connecting that to the way that we postulate and have conversations over God, universe, source, this higher power, right? Love. um, what is that? Higher Love. Yeah, Higher Love by Whitney Houston. Think about it. There must be a higher love. Yeah, I feel like we're talking about higher love here. Yes, thank you, alarm. Take your meds. I know, I know. So what is blocking this message right now is sight. It is the third eye. I feel like there is with ego or fear, and this is why this is coming through, that ego needs to be checked at the door here. This isn't a braggart situation. No matter what power you've come into this realm with, it can and will be taken from you. Ooh. Okay. So there we go. Okay. If there is a refusal here to see the truth in the situation, what you have come here with, to power wise, to do to help yourself and to help others, will be taken from you, and it will be given to somebody else. I'm seeing this like the kindergarten class, right? Like, oh, if you can't share, that's going to be taken away from you. Okay, whoever that message is for, it feels that's coming through very strongly. Right, there's a refusal to see something right now. Let's go ahead, and I feel like we want a crow, Urban Crow Oracle, for this message as well, please, Spirit. Upheaval. You want two? Yes, upheaval. And battle. All right, illusion here at the bottom too. Well, there certainly is an illusion that needs to be broken through, I feel. Having them screaming into the mirror here, I'm brought back to this agape or agape. Whatever this point of being struck with awe is, I feel like it will become very apparent very, very soon. So, upheaval and battle both coming through here. This, I feel like, is the point of awe, is what I'm hearing, the point of awe. With this upheaval energy, there is tower, very tower energies, giving tower. So something violently coming to an end. There is an illumination or an understanding that comes alongside this upheaval. As these roots are being torn asunder here, okay? I'm seeing this kind of like rotating around. As this is being torn up, though, there's something that's coming up with the roots. Interesting. Is it to do with the gem? No. Okay, no. Okay, we'll examine that a little bit further here. Battle coming through as well. With this upheaval energy, I feel like there is kind of a knee-jerk reaction as things are being violently tilled here. The soil is being tilled. There is a knee-jerk reaction, like I said, to attack others around us, as there is pain, fear, hurt, maybe even bruised ego, whatever's going on inside of us because of what's happening around us. We're having things dismantled, taken away even potentially. And so there is this nature of a fight. What I'm getting from this is, what I'm hearing is the twofold. Okay, the twofold. What does that mean? The battle is not the problem. Okay. The energy of the battle is not the problem. Interesting. There is a need, okay, there is a need to utilize this energy as something is being torn apart, to bring that back together for something to be created. If the energy is, interesting. If the energy is continued, like allowed to continue to bring more upheaval forward, kind of like that, the kick the cat theory is what I'm getting. You have a bad day, you kick the cat. That cat, because it got kicked, now runs in front of a car, and this person, I don't know, swerves and hits a tree because he hit a tree. He yells at this person. It's this chain reaction of projecting something forward, like pain. Okay, you want one of these here, and then we'll go into tarot. Anything else surrounding this, please? Retreat, time spent alone, reflection on past and current situations. Interesting. It kind of feels interesting, you guys. It kind of feels like there is retreat when that comes through. I see that as more like taking time alone and very hermit energy, going inside and getting inside, my friends, and looking for that star. And I am getting this energy here, but there's also a like a bide your time kind of energy. Interesting. Okay. Where do we want to go here tarot wise? We'll do the Light Seers Tarot here. So, as a collective reading, I do these a little bit more freestyle rather than the structure of the signs. So, Spirit, I want to know here. I want to know. Can you show me? I want to know about. Let's start here with this message with the lamb. Can we talk a little bit more about the message? What is the lamb? What is the message of the lamb? The silence of the lambs here. Knight of Cups. I feel like there's one more here. An Eight of Cups. Okay, interesting. So Knight of Cups and Eight of Cups. 1616 on the timer here as well. Knight of Cups to start. When this comes through, this can be love. Getting your cup filled is something that's standing out to me here. I don't actually take this in because typically I see this as a bit more of a selfish energy when it comes through in that way. This feels a little bit more like there's a request to make sure your cup is filled, not in a hedonic way, or taking something from somebody else to make sure you've got yours. I feel it's more this is necessary right now. Okay. What I'm seeing is a little, what are those? Like little dirt pucks where you grow seedlings, like those little, I don't know, gardens, plastic gardens that you can buy at Walmart or something. What I'm getting here is if you're not making sure that those are watered, then they don't grow. Then life is not able to continue forward in your plot of land here. That's kind of the energy I'm getting here from making sure that your cup is filled first. Interesting. There may even be an experience going on right now where there is a desire to help others, as we're talking about agape, the gem, the judge, all of it. You may be put your own oxygen mask on first, is the message that I'm getting here. Make sure that your own oxygen mask is going on first. And if that's all that you are capable of doing, then you've done your job. For whoever that's for, I feel like there is some guilt or shame surrounding with the judge coming through. That may be triggering this process too of fear. If all you have to give is to keep your garden green, then you've done your job. Ooh. Thank you. Okay, my goodness. Eight of Cups coming through here as well. This is an energy of walking away from something or leaving something behind. Can also be feeling like something's missing. So connected to the Knight of Cups here coming out at the same time. For whoever that is, where you feel like you need to be giving more to the foray, to the greater good right now, you keeping your garden green is all we need. I feel that is something that's coming through very, very strong. Anything else there on the Eight of Cups, please? Four of Wands coming through as well. Four of Pentacles here on the bottom also. I do feel like there is an energy of rocking foundations right now. There's a lot of shit going on, right? Clinging to that which allows us to feel safe. There is a need to find a better balance between working with those things that do allow us to feel safe, but not over clinging to it. Okay. There's a flow that's still needed here, even though the flow looks like we're all heading down a garbage disposal. Okay. With Four of Wands coming through here, asking about Eight of Cups. There's a new dawn that's coming forward. There's a new day. There's a new dawn. There's a new day. There's a new life for us. And we'll be feeling good. Okay. Four of Wands is a major threshold. Critical mass here again, you guys. I feel like this is the critical mass. there's this energy on the other side of it of celebration. We done did it. But we're not quite there yet. There's something interesting. There's something about this tent here. Like there's something hiding in that tent. What's in the tent? What does that mean? What's in the tent? The Hanged Man here. And this did kind of fall out in reverse. The moon here at the bottom. Our fears. The image that I was getting here was very like behind the curtain Wizard of Oz style stuff. That's what's being held here. Interesting. So okay, slow it down. With the Hanged Man here coming in reverse, we are being put against our will here in a position to see something differently. There is not movement forward until something is seen. As we're talking about what's here in the tent, yes, this feels like an illusion. That was at the bottom of the crows here too. The illusion is inside of the tent. It's like we're being asked to, or we are celebrating, enjoying life 2112 here on the timer, nice mirror number, enjoying life outside of what's really going on inside the tent. Not that we shouldn't enjoy life, that we do still need to experience good things while bad things are happening. But this feels more like a distraction. When this card comes through, I think of like Burning Man. Like everyone's hopped up on something, here at Burning Man. And they're having a great time and they're experiencing at least what they feel is like spiritual enlightenment and this and that. What I'm seeing surrounding this situation, though, is like a glass jar. This is a controlled environment. Interesting. What about that, please, Spirit? What about that? This is a controlled environment. 3 of Cups here. Hierophant at the bottom also. I feel like there's this greater call to connect to a higher dimension with the Hierophant coming through here. So 3 of Cups. This is also a message of finding a reason to celebrate when things may be nasty. So that's interesting that comes through here again too. Connecting with those that you love. It feels like false prophet. Ooh, gosh, we're going down a road. We're going down a road, Spirit. What I'm getting from this here is typically there's a very positive energy and atmosphere around the 3 of Cups and this unit that you're hanging out with and celebrating with. Here, though, it feels like there is a wolf in sheep's clothing. There is somebody here in the unit, maybe they live in the tent, that is pointing to a star here and saying, that's where we need to go. And because of the nature of where we are right now, there are a great many that are disillusioned here into believing that's where we need to go. Oh, goodness. I feel like we want another animal here on this, please. 3 of Cups, Spirit. Goodness. The frog comes out. This did sort of fall out in reverse. Phoenix here at the bottom. So this process of the Phoenix rising, burning through karma. We are certainly burning through karma right now. That request of like missing the boat, if this energy is coming forward and we miss it, it will go to somebody else. It will allow somebody else to work through their own karma. It will allow somebody else's phoenix to rise. Not that all of our phoenixes can't rise. It's just saying, yes, this is a situation where we can miss this energy. So the frog, with that coming out in reverse here too, there's a request here to come back to the emotions, to come back to the land of the water. But in the water is where our fears reside. This 8 of Cups is standing out to me again here. We've left something behind on the shore. Ooh, interesting. That one that's floating up here. What I feel is there's something that's not supposed to be left behind here. We need to take that cup with us. There's something about our fears right now. Okay, where do you want me to go with that, Spirit? To Starseed Oracle. Surrounding the fears. Oh my gosh, there's so much here, you guys. I am probably going to end up doing an extended on this just because there is so much to explore. This one here. But I'll get into this as much as I can. So surrender to the sweetness, Venus energy, pleasure, joy, make love to life. Hey, we're back to this concept of love. When this card comes through, there's a reminder that we're not just here to till the fields. We're not just a plow horse. We're not just a beast of burden. We're not just here to clock in 9 to 5, whatever. There's a need to also taste the sweetness, to experience the sweetness that life has to offer. And even in these times when things are whack-a-doo, it's still very important to experience the joy. What I'm seeing is this is the fertilizer in the land that's being tilled here. The sweetness, experiencing those moments of beauty, that is the fertilizer that's allowing whatever seed here to grow. Okay, well, let's talk about the seed. What is the seed? You want a crow? No, which one? Another star seed. What is the seed? Star seed? Heliath. The great severing here too, you guys. Mars energy, anger, conflict, and softening to love. Well, it seems like there is a pretty consistent thread here through this message. So that Mars energy, anger, conflict, battle, upheaval, that difference between projecting that pain forward onto somebody else, maybe who doesn't deserve it, kick the cat, or turning around and putting that energy into something that we need. I'm going to explore that too. Something that we need. Back to the battery. Okay, goodness gracious. Heliath. So longing for home, homesick for the stars. I do feel like there is, in this time of great stress and pain, there is even more now than ever a desire to get the hell out of here because it hurts. It hurts. Yeah. This, that retreat is standing out to me again here too. This is not the time to retreat in that way. We are being asked to remain here. There's something that we have to do. Okay, let's see here. Temperance here at the bottom is standing out to me. I do feel like there is, a new dawn is connected to this too. Peace, hope, taking one thing and turning it into another. But with that seed being Heliath, that longing for home, I'm feeling like that energy of longing for something needs to be siphoned into something else. What is it? What is it? The moon. Our fears, our unconscious. This is not the time to back away from what scares us. Got it. That energy that we're feeling where we want to get the hell out of here. We're being asked to be brave and turn that inward, to double down on that. Instead of running, doubling down, and I'm seeing like what is that? Like rock climbing down on a rope or something like that, going down into the depths here. We are going down into the depths of our own psyche, of the greater human psyche. Okay, I feel like, where do you want me to go here next, please? Archetype card. I'm gonna pull a couple more oracle cards here, and then I am gonna go into an extended. I want to dive into this a little bit deeper, just since we have less people who will be watching that too. I can get a little bit more specific here on what is. I want to know what this unique destiny is, this powerful destiny, and that process of potentially losing it. But for now, watch the ego, okay? What else do we need here on this message, Spirit? Ha! I literally LOL'd. The Destroyer. Oh my God. As we have upheaval and everything here too. Very tower energy. Death. Destruction. Something coming through and ending so that something can begin again. We're right on the precipice of that. It feels like a similar eye here too in the Judge. That kind of eye of the owl. The owl. What I feel like, that's interesting. I feel like there's this energy or experience surrounding somebody that we would typically consider wise. We would typically look up to and go, Yeah, they know what's up. They have our best interests at heart, right? And this isn't even difficult, I feel like, to see its actual applicability in reality today in many different places around the world. Waking up to, like the block here was seeing through the third eye, waking up to what it is that we're actually seeing through the curtain. Don't look behind the curtain. But we are seeing through the curtain. We're finding that those maybe that we have been following up till now have been lying their asses off for their own gain. All right, I'm going to pull a medicine heart here to finish this up, and then I'm going to go into the extended. I want to get a little bit deeper into what we're doing about this. What is it that we need to do? Yes, thank you. Last message here, please, for the collective surrounding this. You know I can't bend onto the, oh my gosh. I can't bend my hip. All right, this is going to be interesting. One sec. I feel like that's a message in and of itself here. Ugh. Yay, I did it. So when a card falls on the ground like that, I get the need to ground this energy. Being that I just had surgery and that was a bit tricky for me to get, it feels like this is a component, I'll read it here in a second. This is a component where like it's just out of our reach, or we feel like it's just out of our reach. Interesting. If I were hasty in that moment to reach over and grab this, well, you know, I could have injured myself further. I needed to get up and in a very specific way reach down, very slowly reach down for that. Whatever this energy is here too, I feel like that's the message that's coming through. There's something that we need to be cautious about, not address because of the risk of pain or injury, interesting, but to make sure that we're approaching it in a way that is still safe for us, but still approaching it, okay? So crested crane marks the center, 39. Your soul is entering the center of the mandala, encountering infinite possibilities. This is the wild place where excitement, chaos, and creative freedom abide. Here is where new potentials and opportunities arise as if out of nowhere. It is the realm of magic and synchronicity. Things may seem to be falling apart, but in a more meaningful and true way, they are really falling into place. Ooh, I love that. And so apropos, too. So this space that is maybe just beyond our reach, or we're feeling those labor pains, you know, getting to this point, we're reaching critical mass, you guys. We're reaching the point of great change. That center where everything is possible. Ooh. Okay. All right. I love you guys so much, and I hope that this message is helpful. If you're not able to join me there in the extended, please know that you got the message you needed here. I feel like the encouragement here, you guys, is to go slow when you need to, watch the ego, and watch who it is that you're taking guidance from. The lamb and the unicorn being the path and the block. Make sure that you are pushing yourself past where it is that you do feel that you have blocks as far as information coming in. Now is not the time to listen to somebody else outside of us as maybe an expert of inner knowing. Okay? So if you want to join me there, I'm going to have links in the description here. If not, I love you guys. And please take care of yourselves. I'll see you all very, very soon. Be well.